Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Christian. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, good day. Wherever you are, whenever you're seeing this, I hope you are good. So guys, today we're going to be doing a reading. If you saw this, you are ready to face your truth and accept the truth. Let's go ahead and get into this tea. As always, if you guys want to book sessions with me, get the New You course, the Self-Led Tarot course, releasing sessions, business sessions, content packages, whatever you want to do, and then some. If you want to connect with me, follow me on social media, stay up to date with everything I have going on, check down below in the description box. You guys know I don't like to hold you too much in the beginning, so we're going to go ahead and get into this reading. If you came across this message, then you are ready to face the truth. You're ready to accept the truth. Let's see what we have for you today. All right, first things first, let's get right into it, guys. So we have broken heart, a man holding a coin. We have door to spirit, and we also have contracts. Let's get into this broken heart energy, guys. So we have broken heart, we have contract, door to spirit, and a man holding a coin. So the broken heart, this being the first card that we pulled, there's a 9 on the top of this card. There's a broken heart here. I always talk about 9 being the energy of wish fulfillment. So this broken heart lets us know that the only way we can get what we need is through going through this, through this pain, through this hurt, through whatever we have to learn and let go of through this. If there's a purging, if there's certain things that need to be ripped away from us, if we don't want to let go of certain things, if certain things need to be stripped away from us in order for us to be able to move forward. That's what's happening right now. Also, we have door to spirit in contract. So, consider taking a spiritual approach the next time you're looking to, commit to something long term. Don't just focus on how something's going to benefit you practically. Think about how it's going to be affecting you spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically. Think about how it's going to be affecting your relationships. Think about how it's going to affect your energy levels and how you feel about your future goals and everything. Don't just see things for surface level, and recognize the power of commitment. When we're able to be specific and intentional with the things we choose to commit to, we can maintain a certain level of balance. Like we have here on this card, we can maintain a certain level of balance. We can know what we need. We can be sure of what we need. We can feel confident that we're making the right choices. It's a totally different feeling when we're stepping into something after we've done the spiritual work and we've gotten the spiritual confirmation versus us just wanting to do something so we just step into it. Right. So I think a big part of this truth that you guys are accepting is, of course, stepping into a new path and figuring out what that looks like for you. You want to make sure that you are letting your spiritual needs guide you. Let the signs guide you. Let your spiritual compass guide you. Your intuitive feelings that let you know that something is or is not for you. You really want to listen to that. Also, man holding a coin. If you are trying to welcome in someone, particularly a partner, a romantic partner that's very financially stable, or someone that's going to be offering you a job, someone that's going to bring a lot of value in your life. If you're looking for someone to meet you halfway with the opportunity that you need, the energy that you need, the value that you need, we have the broken heart, so we're going to need to purge something in order to step into this. So that's going to be what we're going to have to accept, make peace with, and understand as we're getting ready to move forward. Let's keep going, guys. So we have be assertive, ask for help from others, get help from others. We have not the right time, and we also have yes. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I feel like this is kind of a bit of a gag, because we're ready to accept the truth. We're ready to figure out what we need to figure out. We're ready to get into this new season and just have the veil be lifted. But we also have the message of not the right time. So something else that you guys are having to accept in this moment is that, we're not going to get everything right away. There's only going to be certain things that are going to be revealed to you and presented to you in this season. And once you get through this season, you'll be able to tap into more things and see more and experience more. But for right now, I feel like we're being asked to kind of lay a certain foundation. We're going to get into a couple more cards, but I feel like right now we're being asked to lay a certain foundation. I feel like we're being asked to accept heartbreak, accept what we have to let go of, accept, the certain belief systems or the certain connections or, the things that we thought we were going to be able to depend on and hold on to forever, recognizing that those are the very things that are holding us back from what we really want, whether it's an insecurity or a relationship or a job or a certain plan that you have for yourself in your mind that you're not able to let go of to welcome in something new and different. It's time to be mindful of the things that we want, and it's time to be particular about it. It's time to not take it lightly, and not be comfortable settling. This is not the time to say, if I get it, cool. If I don't, that's cool too. This is the time to say that. This is the time to make sure that you're getting what you want and be really specific about it and not back down. So yeah, ask for help from others. Don't feel like you have to go on this journey alone. Be assertive, find that support. And when you can't find it within yourself, find it in other spaces. Have people that can make you be disciplined, have people that can make you be accountable, have people that make you feel motivated and inspired enough to where you don't want to take a day off. Surround yourself with those types of energies. And also, not the right time. We have the confirmation of yes. I think that right now, there's going to be certain things that we're stepping into, and we may get a little greedy, or we may feel like, okay, this is cool, but what's next? So I think that we also have to work to just remember that we have to be patient, and that's not really something that we always want to hear whenever we're stepping into a space of commitment, and we need to see what's working and what doesn't work in order to figure out how we need to move forward. It's like the first part of manifestation is getting what you want. And then after that, you have to critique, right? You have to say, okay, now I have this, but I want to make sure that I'm able to do this now and do this now and do this now and do this now, So I feel like we're in the space where we have something, or we're going to be having something soon, and we're immediately going to feel like critiquing and getting to the next thing. But it's like, wait. We have to kind of settle in this space and take our time here to figure out what we're supposed to be doing in this space and how is this going to be transforming into something that's going to give us what we need later down the line. Ask for help from others again. This is going to be a time to connect with a support system and be serious about it. We have fire, strong emotion, passionate love or hate. Passionate love or hate. We have bird perched, waiting for news, package, or a letter. Older woman, dealings or relationship with an older woman. We also have younger man, dealings or relationship with a younger man, young woman and older woman, and younger man energy. We have ring, a marriage will take place either romantic or business. A marriage will take place either romantic or business. We have fan, romance, celebration, party. We have a lot going on in these cards. We have egg, success assured with good plans and hard work. Success is assured with good plans and hard work. We have chain of events that will affect your life. Chain of events that will affect your life. And then we have June. Alrighty, June, Gemini and Cancer energy. So let's go ahead, guys, and get into this. Now, with this older woman and younger man, this could be someone born in June. This could be someone that we're going to be letting go of for some of us. This broken heart energy, this man holding a coin energy, this opportunity energy, this release that we're experiencing, even asking for help from others. There could definitely be an older woman or a younger man born in June that's going to be, a significant figure for us. So be on the lookout for this person. Also with ring, a marriage will take place, either romantic or business. And we also have fire, strong emotion, passionate love, or hate. So do not make sure that you're able to find that balance. We have that message of contract here, which talks about commitment. So some of the truth that some of us may have to accept is, if we really want to move forward in a certain relationship, if we really want to move forward in a certain business, if we really want to commit ourselves to either a person, a lifestyle, an idea, a goal, a plan for the foreseeable future, so in this space, we have the opportunity for a connection. We have the opportunity to accept a proposition and, get married or join a business or accept a job or step into something that's going to be with us for the foreseeable future. So it's about being mindful of those decisions that we're making and making sure you're making the right choice for you. Now we have fire, strong emotion, passionate love, or hate. Make sure that you are mindful of what you're feeling and you're not holding those feelings down. With bird perch, waiting for news, package, or letter. Don't go crazy waiting. because everything that's happening is happening as it needs to, with the chain events that are going to affect your life, and with the success assured with hard work. Things have to happen as step A, step B, step C, step D, all the way down. Like, we have to go through all of these different steps and chapters and challenges in life. We can't ever just skip ahead to the end. So I feel like this is also a season to accept that and realize that. I feel like a big part of this truth is realizing and accepting how hard things are going to be, and how that's just what it is, and in this season, I think it's deeply related to our love, our relationships, our connections with people, deeply related to what we're going to commit to in the future, how we're going to lock in as we're moving forward in the future. Romance, celebration, and party. So this is definitely the energy, of marriage, of weddings, of, new love, of bringing in, new happiness, new connections that are going to be bringing a lot of love into your life. So I feel like there's an opportunity for a lot of happiness, a lot of great opportunities. We have success assured with good plans and hard work. So we know if we continue to put in the work, we're going to get what we need. If you're questioning, should I trust this person? Should I trust this relationship? Success assured with good plans and hard work. A commitment is a commitment. A marriage, whether it's a marriage, a spiritual marriage, a financial marriage, a practical marriage, whatever the case may be, no matter what connection, it's a serious one. It's a deep one. It's one to take seriously, and one to be very mindful of how you approach it, how you react in it, what emotions come up for you, what you speak on, what you choose to hold in. So I think there's going to be a lot that we're learning right now that's going to be so important, because we're going to be kind of signing our name on the dotted line moving forward. We're going to be presented with our dream job, our dream person, our dream home, our dream lifestyle, the lessons and the things that we need to kind of finally step into what we've been waiting on. These things are wrapping up. So I feel like soon we're going to be presented with a chance to step into those things that we want, to say yes to the commitment that we've been waiting on. And it's going to be up to us to be able to maintain those things. And it's always going to be about if you, took advantage of the hard lessons while you were in those spaces, So while we're still in the space of hard lessons, while we're still in the space of figuring things out and going from one space to the next and growing and evolving and changing and moving, we want to make sure that we're able to remember the whole point of it. We don't want to get so caught up on the things that we're figuring out that are in front of us. We want to just be open to, what we know is going to be down the line. And we want to feel good about that. You should feel good knowing that there's a lot of really, really great things on the line for you. We have believe in the impossible, blue moon. So believe in the impossible. Don't feel like you need to settle in love, in friendship, in career. Don't feel like you have to just commit to something just to say you have a job, just to say you have a ring, just to say you have, this. Don't feel like you have to do that. Believe in the impossible, dream big. And the bigger you dream, the more you're going to have to be patient. Those things are two and the same. So a big part of the truth that we're also having to accept is that, yes, you can manifest these big, grand things, but you're going to have to wait on these things and pray on these things. It's like you can have a plant that grows to be 2 inches or a plant that grows to be 20 feet tall. Think about the work and the nurturing and the care that goes into something that's going to sustain you for the foreseeable future. You have to be willing to do that and put that in. So recognize the work that it takes to maintain the things that you want, because we're asking for a lot of things, and then when it's time to do the work to maintain those things, we're kind of like, oh, and we don't want to feel like that. We want to be ready to step into that. And when we're in the space of those challenges, we want to have the benefit in our mind. We want to know, like, hey, I'm only here because I'm about to step into A, B, C, and D. Meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces. Spend a lot of time in meditation and prayer, journaling. Don't feel like you have to rush to make any decisions. Feel like you can take this time to learn how you think, learn how you process. And we're always learning and processing things differently. You're never going to be at a point where you never feel confused, or you never feel like there's something more underneath the surface for you. You're always going to feel like that. So just be open, to those little moments of reflection on your own. Your hard work is paying off. We had that egg energy that success is assured with hard work. New moon in Capricorn, your hard work is paying off. So know that. And we have a new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. Okay, romance. A new romantic cycle begins. So definitely a lot of romance in the cards. Be excited about that. And, Don't deny that, guys. Don't deny the romance aspect of it all. If we've been working so hard and doing so much, the least we can get is a little bit of love out the deal, okay? Let's keep going, guys. We have inner earth. You'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. You'll survive this. So trust it. You'll survive it. New solutions and beginnings. It's happening for your good. Big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. Dreaming bigger, having more vision, wanting more. You got the love. Hadarian energy, codependency, and boundaries. So we've learned a lot more about how we love and how we show up for people. That broken heart, realizing what you need, realizing what feels the most, what feels the most home to you. Like that's the type of love you should be demanding. That's the type of love that should be the standard for you. Does that mean that you might not have anybody in your life? Okay. We want to make sure we're committing to spaces that are giving us what we need. We want to let go of codependency and welcome in boundaries. You got the love. If you're showing up with the love that's going to attract a lot of people, you have to make sure that you're stepping into those boundaries and doing what you need to so you can protect yourself. So make sure that you're doing that. This is a chance to approach love differently. Activated earth, power places, ley lines, and trust where you're led. Trust where you're led. So we're getting pieces of the journey, literally bit by bit. We're kind of slowly and gradually being led to the finish line of where we're supposed to be, where we're going to be able to feel how we need to and think how we need to and evolve as we need to. But it's a process. It's not something that we can just flip a switch and be at the finish line. So be open to being guided on that journey and trust where you're led. Your messages are not going to lie to you. Your intuition is not going to lie to you. So make sure you trust that. Let's get into our last 3 cards, guys. We have friendship and union. So guys, this is literally so much about love, connection, repairing ourselves, being ready for new love. And that's so funny because that's what I'm going to be making videos about today. So you guys, if you're going to be watching the latest videos, you'll see some more videos about love and being ready for love. But friendship and union. We have no, and we have raise your vibration. What do we need to say no to? Do we need to say no to our fears, to our doubts, to the past, to an ex, to an old belief system, to an insecurity, to someone that's telling us that we shouldn't do or can't do? What do we need to say no to? What do we need to walk away from? What do we need to just remove from our life 110%? What is that? We need to figure that out and raise our vibration, raise your vibration. Beautiful message, because this is how we're going to step into everything. When we're dealing with the heartbreak and the obstacles and the challenges, raising your vibration allows you to understand why you're in that space. It allows you to see what's the point in the first place. And that's what we want. We want to be able to understand, why we're in this space, what we're feeling, what we're experiencing. And we want to be able to do it with joy, do it with happiness. We don't want to do it from a place of being weak and being broken down. And even if we are weak, we want to be able to see it as a sense of our resilience. Like we can look at someone that's, in a wheelchair, all battered up and bandaged up, and we can say, oh my God, that person is so weak, they have no energy. Or we could say, wow, look at what this person has gone through, and they're still standing, even if they have to be bandaged up. They're still moving around, even if they have to roll around. It's all about our perception. And with raise your vibration and with this no that we're getting, also because we got the message of it's not the right time, I feel like we are still working to tell those thoughts in our head to shut up. The thoughts that will try to get us to settle or to accept less, or even, thoughts of insecurity and doubt, anxiety thoughts, depression, anything that, makes us want to believe the things that we're trying to tell ourselves. We don't want to, put our attention on. So we want to be really mindful of that and make sure that we let that lead us as we move forward. But yes, guys, that is a message. If you saw this and you are ready to accept the truth and face the truth, I hope that this message gave you guys what you needed. I hope that this provided a really strong foundation for you as you continue on your quest for truth and for love and new relationships and commitments that are really going to set you up for success. If you saw this reading and it gave you what you needed, please let me know down below in the comment section. As always, if you guys want to book private sessions with me, follow me, stay up to date on social media and all of the things, check down below in the description box to get into it. I love you guys. I thank you guys for being here as always, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys. Bless.